What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about NIO. I want to go over some expectations for this upcoming week, what might cause some volatility in the stock price, and go over all the key data points that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with data points this week coming from China, you have NBS manufacturing. Forecast is 50.2. So that is a good transition from the previous 49.8. So anything below 50 shows more of a contraction. Anything above 50 shows more of an expansion in the broader market. So that one is going to be a very big one that's coming out Wednesday, October the 30th. Aside from that, you have also manufacturing data coming out on the 31st. Forecast for that is 49.7. Coming from the States though, this is where things will get very, very interesting. And the reason why I bring this up, as I've mentioned in the past, is simply because a lot of algorithmic trading is going to kind of piggyback off of this data right here. So starting off on Tuesday, you have job openings, 7.8 mil the forecast. That's followed by Wednesday, GDP, quarter over quarter forecast right now is 3.3, and then you have PCE. So the Feds like to use PCE rather than CPI as a true indicator of inflation. So this one will be a very hot one to watch for. And then Friday, you have non-farm payroll, unemployment, and ISM manufacturing. So in manufacturing's case, it is 47.5. So it is going to be a crazy roller coaster, and that's a very big understatement. Even looking here at companies unveiling their earnings, a lot of big names. So of course, dependent on the future guidance and the results of their earnings, that could also shake up the market. So you have SoFi, PayPal, Apple, Intel, a lot of big names in the broader market. And then of course, specific to NIO, on Friday, November the 1st, that is where you will see some delivery numbers for October. So I think that's going to be a very big catalyst for NIO. And as I've been stating over the last couple of videos, that's basically one of the two things that is really going to drive it higher. And so aside from that, though, you also have just the positive momentum that came from Friday. So stimulus, I think it was like $96 billion essentially. So a lot of money was injected through the banking system in China. So that gave it a nice boost higher. And as a byproduct, you saw a lot more buying on the secondary market. So hopefully that momentum does continue because it was able to get above that 200-day moving average. So based on the technicals, especially leading into Friday, weren't the best. But because of that buying, it was able to get above that 200-day moving average, bounced off of that 50. So right now that 50 is $5.30. So that's going to be a key one to really watch for going into next week. But because of, again, the bump up, it is currently above the ALMA. Super trend still shows more of a bearishness, but still, I think if it is able to get above that 50, and also a lot of good data coming out, this is where you could see a very nice push higher. So let me know your thoughts on that. Of course, no new analyst ratings or anything, but possibly with good numbers coming out from NIO that could really incentivize new ratings. Once again, we'll just have to wait and see. And then shorts will be ready to pounce on everything. But good thing, at least on Friday, they did return 540,000 shares. So going into this upcoming week, 14.37% of the free float is being shorted. So in my opinion, I think shorts will be somewhat neutral up until NIO's numbers on Friday, but we'll just have to wait and see. One thing that I did want to bring up that I guess I forgot to bring up on my last video on Friday was this. So by Q1 2025, this is where Onvo, their second model, is expected to be released. So I think that's generally a good thing. Follows with what they did previously state, how there's going to be a new model every single year. So I think that as well is going to be a good thing. So hopefully more details do come out about this in throughout Q4 somewhere. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. But as far as right now, so with it at $5.26, it is trading between this S1 and the pivot. So 505 will be a strong support. Flip side, 548 is going to be the next strong resistance slash target. And then in smack data in the middle, you have that 50-day moving average set at $5.30. So I think there is a lot more hope for NIO. That's also very resemblant based on a lot of the options that was done on Friday. A lot more optimism. So yeah, honestly, I think NIO is just a very, very volatile stock. And it is unfortunate the fact that It produces a ton of vehicles just because of it being a Chinese automaker. It just gets kind of brushed under the rug, which, like I said, is kind of just the crappy side of NIO. So let me know your thoughts on NIO. In my opinion, I'm cautiously optimistic about a lot of the data points as well as companies unveiling the earnings, because everything that's been coming out, especially during this period that they're reporting on, so Q3, was fairly positive and good. So there's no reason to really be of concern, in my opinion, about these companies unveiling their earnings. Same goes for NIO. So a lot of demand's been coming out and showing just signs of expansion. So I think maybe here on out, once it does get over that 50-day moving average, once again, this is where you could see a further breakout and possibly FOMO, but obviously you guys do your own due diligence. So let me know your thoughts. Hopefully everyone's having an amazing weekend thus far. Give me your price prediction where you see NIO being by the end of, for instance, the end of the week, and yeah, why do you think it's bullish, bearish? What's your viewpoint? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And 2 things, take advantage of this promo. It does give you 8 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000, so this is a kick-ass deal. And then as well, if you like the channel, you can join as a member. Just launch them. So with all that, appreciate all of you watching.